Hello and welcome back to the couch. We saved you a seat. My name is Luke.
And I'm still Emily. Hello and welcome. Tonight we are hitting you with chapters 51 through 56 of A Court of Wings and Ruin by the one and only Sarah J. Maas.
Yes, and if this is the first time you've ever joined us, just know that we do this quite often, 2-3 times a week, give or take. But this one right there, this one is the Smut Oracle. She is our guide through the series. I have never done this before. I am what they would call new to the sauce, smut, spiciness, all of the things newish to it. We got a little bit in this chapter section. So before we get started, if you'd like to follow along, we've got memberships. We've got everything like TikTok, do the subscribe, do the likes on everything, Instagram, everywhere at the Kitchen Couch, at the Smut Oracle. But I'm gonna let Emily get started. She's gonna review what happened in these chapters in case you missed it. So, Emily, hit us away.
Indeed, this chapter, we are all about starting out with a field trip to Elaine's ex-fiance's estate because nothing says war prep like confronting your former almost husband. Nesta does the heavy lifting, lays everything out, the cauldron, Hybern, the wall falling down, and asks Graysen and his daddy to take any humans who need sanctuary. Strategically sound, emotionally catastrophic, because Graysen does not hold back. He is a sad little man, and he is openly disgusted that Elaine is now Fae. No tact, no tenderness, just pure small man energy. Elaine takes the hit quietly, which somehow makes it worse. And then plot twist, Graysen and his father already know everything. Why? Because Jurian is there. Yes, Jurian, the man, the myth, the eyeball. And surprise, he's not the villain we thought. He's been running along con against Hybern this whole time. He genuinely assumed Reese would have rifled through his memories and figured it out, which he absolutely did not do, because the last time he went dumpster diving for intel in there, Amarantha trauma. So understandable hesitation. But Jurian confirms two things. Number one, he's been playing Hybern. And number two, Timmy Tam ran straight back to the king after the High Lords meeting, and they're launching a land assault on the Summer Court like tomorrow. Fantastic. So cue 2 full chapters of battle. It's brutal, it's messy, it's not very clean heroics, but we do take a moment to appreciate Cassian and his element. Battlefield commander, strategic menace, absolute elite tier warrior. And in the middle of the chaos, there's a quiet charged moment between him and Nesta that says more than any training montage ever could. But the war isn't slowing down. Another wave hits, and it becomes obvious they don't know where Hybern's main forces are staging from, which means Farah makes the only logical decision. It is time to consult the Wikipedia of Prythian. And yes, unfortunately, Luke was right again, because it is surreal o'clock. And honestly, if you need an ancient dramatic tea spilling truth, there's only one source. So, Luke, are you ready?
Yeah, no one comes to the kitchen couch for the food. Let's hit it. Look, this was crazy. A lot, like, you didn't do it justice, and you are unbelievable at doing that. But you didn't do it justice. There's a whole sequence in there talking about Cassian mowing down people that you didn't even really cover, and no offense.
No, because we're going to wax poetically about it ad nauseum. So I didn't need to put that in there.
I have a clip to show you after this that those who watch anime know what I'm talking about. It is Madara Uchiha versus the fourth Great Ninja War. Because it essentially is 1 on 1,000, 1 on 10,000, and Madara wins. And it's similar to, it looks like a dance. It's like, oh, this dude is different, built different. And it's almost graceful the way he's slaughtering people. We talk about this. My favorite all-time magical attack is misting someone. And you get a little bit of that. Where Reese is just like, oh, dead bodies. Poof. Super cool. Super, super, super cool. I'm not even going to go over the serial part. I thought that was pretty obvious, to be frank with you.
Well, and it's literally just the last sentence of this section. So
yeah.
We'll spill the tea with the serial the next time.
Philly, she does not teach English, although she has a degree in theater and does a bunch of other stuff.
I do not have a degree in theater, but
don't let me lie to him. I don't give a hell.
Okay, sure.
I have lied to him his entire life. He does. Step up your game.
She does have an MBA though, so she is smart. Don't worry about it.
Oh, she is brilliant. She is brilliant, and also incredibly thoughtful. The there was
And so humble.
There was some things happening page by page that were just like, oh, oh, oh. Like the first section, once again, I know I've said this before. We're getting to the point now where it's almost rushing. Almost. Right? It's like maybe it's almost trying to be plot convenient, but not quite, right? It's also the hiccups that I had with the sections past where I was like, ooh, Feyre, you're a nerd. She didn't have any nerddom in this either. So I've come back from that. There are moments where she's like, oh, when it comes to the battle in Valeris, and she kind of describes what she's comfortable with.
Yeah.
And it's like when she's to me, it's so motherly.
Right.
Her instinct. And I think that's really cool. So we can jump into that a little bit later, but that was my big takeaway. Got a lot of good Nesta in this. A lot of good Nesta. And I know you're not the biggest fan of old Nestor, but old
of Nessie?
Of old Nestor. There was a weird moment with Moore. Again, that was weird.
Which part?
The Cassian moment where she's wrapping his hand.
Oh, yeah.
And I took it 3 ways, and I don't usually take things 3 ways. Usually I'm pretty polarizing when it comes to side characters because you're not in their head. So it's either one way or the other way. And I was like, oh, that's weird, but it could be this or it could be this. And I just had like I had to stop and read. There's a few moments where I laughed out loud.
Okay.
The drowning. We'll get to it. The drowning was awesome. The drowning was awesome. Like, that was awesome. There's no other word.
There's no mercy from Tarquin on that one.
No. So, his people died. Yeah. He gets free. He gets a free shot.
Yeah.
The misting. What was the other one? There was some pretty funny stuff by Rhys. Rhys was doing sketchy shit again. After our conversation about whether or not Rhys is actually a good guy or a bad guy, and it's some sort of bullshit. There's like little sketchy moments where I'm just like, but they're little. They're so small that they're barely worth talking about, except for we've talked about them occasionally.
Although I did, well, I guess we'll get to it, but I did, I don't clock the times when he puts his hands in his pockets. I just don't, but I did on one of these because it was so like, that's
what are we doing here?
What is that? So yeah, maybe I'm just paranoid because you've said it so many times. That very much could be it, but I did clock it, and normally I don't even notice when that happens.
I thought I would hate. Sorry, I'm going to move on. I thought I would hate Elaine's reaction to everything, and I was like, "Oh no, this is perfect. This is she's soft, and this is how soft people act." And I'm like, "Oh okay." Like I'm not happy about it. It's not unexpected. Right. The imagery of the soldiers is now getting to me. Talking about the Illuminati part of it. Like the imagery of the Night Court and why everyone is so afraid of the Night Court. Like I can now I visualize it in my head of these bat-like creatures who wear bulky, broad armor. They've got these siphons that look like death stones on top of their armor. The way they move, the way that their ground troops move, it's now kind of feeling like, oh, these are for sure the bad guys. Like, I don't think this is just a convenient swerve in our authors being creative here anymore. These are for sure the bad guys. And I'm beginning to think Moore's in on it. Silently. I'm beginning to think she's like the only one that Rhys has on his side. And maybe he's even like jinxed her somehow. I don't know. I'm just getting weirder and weirder vibes personally. And maybe Azriel's in on it, but maybe not Cassian. I don't know. I'm just getting weird vibes about it,
yeah. I think you should probably let those vibes go. I think that's a catch and release. I think that's you notice it and you go, oh, okay, I had that thought. And then you put that thought down and not have it again.
Yeah, I mean, there was so much that went on, and to be frank with you, I'm not going to remember right now the things that were hugely impactful until we go back over it. So
yeah,
we're going home.
Ready?
We're going home for a minute.
Ready?
Well, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, we do. We start out and we go to the Illyrian war camp first to like set all our crap down before we go to Graysen's house. And so we have a run-in with basically the head of the Illyrian camp people. And we're reminded they're not always the nicest people. They're not the best folks. And so Devlin's like, what is that? Not like who, but like what is that?
Oh yeah,
Talking about Nesta. And he's like, that Cassian's like, that is none of your concern. And he's like, is she a witch? And everybody was like, yes, she is.
Yeah. She's an actual witch.
Which I think is something fun for other people who have read other series of hers. Anyhow,
by the way, I love how they describe the difference between fae and witches later, as in fantasy's sake. And we can
which I completely forgot about. That was one of those things that I completely forgot was in this book, and didn't really pay attention to it until this reread. But yes, it says, what is the difference between a fairy and a witch? Witches amass power beyond their natural reserve. Moore answered with sudden seriousness. They use spells and archaic tools to harness more power to them than the cauldron allotted and use it for whatever they desire, good or ill.
Right. It's very cool. It's very cool. Like the way they use constructs is, and the fact that she's like beholden to the cauldron now is even more a thing. Thought that was really cool. Anyway, I'm sorry. Yeah, the way they are like, oh, who is that? Wild.
Yeah.
But then they go to the young man's house. Everything went as expected, except before the Jurian moment. And then the Jurian saunters in like Han Solo and is like, buddy, check my brain.
Right.
Like what are you doing?
Right.
You know what's happening here.
Well, that part kind of made me laugh. He's like, dude, like I genuinely thought that you would like get up in there and figure out what was going on. Like, why didn't you do that? Like, I was kind of, his whole plan was like banking on him doing that, and he did not do that.
Well, and he mentions the Amarantha moment, and I was just like, all right, that was one of my like, okay, all right. If this dude who was tortured by her for 500 years seems to be of like sound mental health, but okay, this is a regular human. Okay, I don't know. That was one of those moments where I was like, the scales are uneven here. This all-powerful being is having more trouble than this regular-ass dude who was tortured for 500 years. So that was one of those moments where I was like, that's a little convenient. Anyway.
Yeah.
I did like how the father, Nolan, which is like the perfect dad name for a novel, by the way.
Nolan
is so good. Nolan is the opposite, but the same as Rhys and/or Tamlin prior to when Feyre got there. Like, has every reason to be concerned and acts appropriately. But when met with new conditions, acquiesces to the good of the things that he cares about. The young man is watched too much conservative news and is talking out of his ass. Yeah, sip that tea. And so that's what that felt like.
Yeah.
So
but like also Nolan, and I'm gonna be honest, like because I've already read it and I'm trying to I speed read it right before we like talk. How I do that is I'm listening to the graphic audio as I just like read along at incredibly fast speeds. And so something that I picked up because of that Nolan and Baron have a lot of kind of similar vibes.
Yeah. Yeah, I like how like Nolan is like the human. I don't know. Like no one can spread the Johnny 5-speed reading over here. That's what Philly said. The chef Johnny 5. Yeah, dude, he's a dog. She's a weapon. There's nothing else to say about that. I need to fix something real quick. So sorry.
You're good. Also, I switched from TikTok to YouTube because I just saw that Liz is here in the comments. So,
Oh yeah.
Hi, baby girl.
What's up? The yeah, no one was like, oh yeah, this is a thing. And even like the son was like, and he was like, I'm not even gonna listen to you. You're not a person.
No.
The way he treats Elaine is exactly what they all expected, and I'm surprised any of
Except
them
for her, bless her sweet baby heart.
But
she did not.
But even like Nessa and Pharaoh were like, oh, I can't believe it. And it's like, no, I mean, it's exactly what you should expect from this person. But like I said, Jurian walks in and Jurian's like, all right, I hoodwinked you all. Ha! Check this out. Here's what they're planning to do. Tamlin's a fuck up. Here's the rest of this information. And yeah, I mean, we just kind of leave it there. They decide to have safe harbor for the humans that show up, even though they're like, we've got servants, which I thought was hilarious. I laughed out loud when he was like,
we don't need, we're only going to take in the rich people because we already have servants.
Do you not know? We have servants. We're not broke. We're just as rich as you are.
Excuse me. Can you look around?
Do you think I will still have to fish if all of those people die? No, sir. No. I will not be pounding the hammer to make my horseshoes. We are not doing that. That's like, hey, when poor people get go broke, they're still like wealthy. It's like, it's not poor people. When rich people go broke, they're still rich. It's like like to everyone else. So they go back to the Illyrian camp. They do the whole thing. I mean, we're really just getting ready for wartime here. The description of the war is...
Can I point out a couple things before we keep going forward?
Hit it.
So one of the time that he slid his hands in his pockets that was like weird to me that I noticed was as we arrive at Graysen's estate. So they winnow in and it says, the guards of the thick iron gates, Rhys slid his hands into his pockets, a shield already around us. Moore and Azrael took up defensive positions at our sides. And that was the one time that I was like, but why though? Why are we saying that? Like,
like the defensive positions makes sense.
Totally.
But why are your hands in the pockets? Like,
right.
It's
all the other times that I've clocked it, it's been because he's been like kind of a smarmy jerk, like in a sexy kind of way, like in a smartassy kind of way. And so that's why I just never, to me, it's just like, oh, it's sexy. So we're doing that again. Makes sense. But I was like, oh, wait, why are we doing that then there? That's weird. So I did find that to be weird. And again, maybe your paranoia is just rubbing off on me, but that is what it is.
It strikes me that he actually has an item in his pocket.
Possible.
To be frank,
it's possible.
Like, it's like it's an item that enhances his ability. That was in the vault somewhere. And like, actually, Rhys is much older than we're all talking about, and he's the one who traps these creatures where they're trapped. And you know what I mean? Like, there's there's nothing to say that no one else is well, I mean, Tamlin said he burns his mother's wings, but who's to say that they're his mother and sister? So anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's true. And then we find out as well, just as a by and by, Jurian is not trying to kill Miriam and Draken. He's just trying to like apologize. And his way of like warning them that bad things were happening was he like became the villain. So just something else to kind of say there. And then of course,
that seemed really convenient. So I don't know. I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, I was like, what? Okay. What do I forgot that he was a good guy.
That's what I'm saying. him going him going to the dark side, I was like, this makes no sense.
Yeah.
He has never been a pro Hybern person in this
Yeah.
story. What is even this? Well, it was because he got cheated on. And I was just like, I don't think that's how this works.
Yeah. But then he did conveniently let us know that Timmy Tam ran right back to suckle at the teat of the king as soon as the meeting was over. So what did you think about that?
Of course he did. He said as much as he was going to inside the meeting. Like, he was like, I was getting information from him. I was trying to save my people. When there, I was like, oh, okay. Like, look, he showed up to the meeting. He participated in the meeting. He gave them all information that was correct and vital.
Mm-hmm.
We find out and be like, oh, okay. Well then, yeah. We don't have to worry about this dude because he's not acting crazy. If he started acting actually crazy, then it's a problem. But everything that he's done, it's within, it's like, oh yeah, for sure he did this. Like, okay.
Yeah.
The unexpected is worse than the expected, for sure. And right now it's like, oh, okay. Of course he went back because the king of Hybern expects him to. So,
yeah. Okay, so then the next thing that he brings up is about Vasa, which we find out is the sixth queen. Find out a bunch more stuff about the interplay between the queens, the human queens, and who Vasa is and why they didn't just kill her.
Yeah,
because apparently she has somebody worse is next in line, then they can't control them.
Yeah, that was weird. But it's like, okay, let's add more plot to this already really dense story. Okay.
I don't necessarily know that it's plot. I think it is something to note for later.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's some like book 6 stuff that hasn't even come out yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm speaking to.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
but
it's like, okay.
She dropped some more information in there. So there you go.
I like that part. I do like that Jurian is just traveling around the world like he's Marco Polo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
it's kind of awesome.
He's like, well, what are you going to do? And he's like, well, Pinky, what I try to do every day.
Well, he's like, well, tomorrow I've got to go back to the Hybern camp. And then after that, I got to go back to the continent and have a conference.
And then I'm going to
yeah.
And you know what? I feel like if I like stir the pot and talk enough shit on the continent, it'll just make them busy. So that'll help. And
yeah. And then
I don't know. Then I might just pop off over and join you on the battlefield. Maybe. Who knows?
We might be back to back on the battlefield again. Oh, Moore, I knew you back in the day, right? You remember? And she was like, oh, yeah, I guess. Hell, I guess you're right. I was like,
she's like, huh? Why didn't we question why you were bad? That is kind of weird that we didn't do that.
Yeah. Oh, you're bad? That makes sense.
Yeah. Oh. Well, he does give some handy info and says, tell Cassie, baby, that he's got to hammer that left flank hard tomorrow. And I was like, yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Just right on the edge.
Just only the tip. But we have, he does have a fun.
Family jewels. Oh, yeah.
He had a fun little time with connecting with Feyre, though. And he was like, oh, hey, by the way, like, I didn't really get to tell you what I wanted to tell you, but like the way that you killed those dumb twins, like, amazing. Thank you so much. That was amazing.
My favorite part about them as characters is we're finding out about Jurian and we're finding about Feyre. Is they're the best of humanity. And what I mean to say is in this story and in this universe, when they're resolute to kill, they just do. Right. Like, it's no longer murder. So they do it. Because murder is not the same. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's kind of what Feyre talks about when she's like, I don't like this war stuff.
She's like, well, and then she even says to him, she's like, well, I didn't do it to be rude. And he was like, oh, I know. They were just super annoying.
He's like, yeah, I know. I hated them, but good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, the way you did that was awesome. That was very cool. And I'm like, absolutely. It was so cool. Like, he's like us. He is the audience. Jurian is just us watching.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So he says, so then they get ready for war. War starts in chapter 56. And then this last chapter is like the brunt of what we were reading because it's like 4 battles in one chapter. It's kind of crazy.
It's insane.
So it says Jurian was right. They were right where they said he would be. So they tried real hard. And then we have this writing while okay, might say something controversial. There's a lot of battles. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. I know that Two Towers is like your favorite book. And Liz, I know it's your favorite book.
No, it's my favorite movie. I've never read it.
Sorry, I know that it's Liz's favorite book of the trilogy. And it's just, there's too many battles. There's just too many. And I just need him to go like this. So I really appreciate the way that Sarah J. Maas writes this. It's like she wrote it more for me, because I am very happy and pleased with the fact that we got through so much in one chapter.
This goes back to what we were talking about in the last one, where my expectation for the Highburn soldiers, based on the amount of anxiety and fear that we were getting from the crew, was that they would be operating like our good guys did in this first battle, where it was flawless and seamless, and the tactics were timely and thoughtful, and the strategies were the same. The way it's described is appropriate. We attacked early. It was a surprise attack. We cornered them against water. The battle started at the break of day. It was done before noon. Great. You described. I didn't need. I'm with you, but different. I didn't need it to be, the lone swordman or swordwoman standing on the field as a horde of. I didn't need that. I got exactly what I wanted. We got a hefty chunk of Azrael and a lot of the book up until this point, more than Cassian. Cassian gets this moment. I said that I thought Cassian would get killed. I thought he'd get killed at the end of this chapter, or at the end of this section, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, he was surrounded.
Or something else was going to happen there instead of what did happen. Regardless, that moment in the first battle, it's important. It's important to have that moment. Like I said, I'll show you the thing with Monterey. It's pretty awesome. But I'm with you. The pushing him to the water, the summer court being there to flank, them slaughtering them, and then it getting so gruesome that even more is like, honey, we don't need to watch this.
No,
this isn't okay. And then she does, and then she watches Tarquin just absolutely rip the soul from these things.
Yeah. So. I do love the juxtaposition, though, of how she describes how just graceful and beautiful he is. Like, she says, for more replies, for him, for Cassian, that's what battle is. It's a symphony. So she says, I'd never seen anything like it. The skill and the precision, it was like a dance. So the imagery, just how she wrote this whole thing is just incredibly cinematic to me. Like, I can watch it like a movie in my mind.
I agree.
And love that. I will say she does write a lot. It says, saving her mojo for the big battle. If she spends too much time in the early battles, we lose interest. That is true. Very true. But I will say she doesn't always write that way, because in a lot of Throne of Glass, there's a lot of battles that I'm not going to lie, skimmed. I know there's a lot, and I skimmed them. So I do like that. I like that we are just the way that she describes it, as well as talking about just like really brutal kind of stuff. To the point of, just like you said, he drowned them on the land. Now, you said that you chuckled when you read that.
I thought it was awesome. It was like, because like you see, I've seen so much other fantasy content, anime content, where that's an attack. That is like, I've always thought during Star Wars, I was like, why would you choke them to death when you can rip the air out of their lungs? What are we doing here? Like, just keep them from breathing. What are we? This is silly. Like, it's brutal. deserving, uh, intentional. It's one of the greatest fears of many humans.
Drowning.
Like people reading this book. Yeah, is drowning. I mean, it's wild to me that people would rather die than go on stage. Like public speaking is number one for a lot of
Yeah.
people. It's wild to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, you know, one of my horrible things that I've said to people, and I'm not happy about it, but it's horrible, is, oh, I hope you die in a slow burning fire. Like, it's same thing. This is the same. Like, you're in the middle of a battle that you fought for hours and hours and hours, and you somehow survived, and you pled. And by the way, you've only killed like 3 of their dudes. Like, you all have been slaughtered, and none of their dudes are dead.
I mean, I'm not trying to justify and or make you feel any better, but like in a slow burning fire, wouldn't they just smother on the smoke before they're actually burned?
Oh yeah,
Like
maybe.
they're gonna die before they actually feel any pain.
No,
So
not if you start from the toes.
you're talking about burning them at the stake?
Like burning them in the stake while a house is burning around them. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So the way it went down was, like you said, so cinematic and kind of beautiful. It strikes me as like you've been there. I know you have. I've seen it. Me too. Where you're on stage and you forget there's an audience. You know, there's like 600 eyeballs looking at you, and you're so
I love it.
You're so kind of locked in that it just feels so natural. And boy, it makes my hair stand up thinking about it.
I know.
That is Cassian in that moment.
Yeah.
Like
he's he's flow. He's in flow.
Yeah, flow state.
Yeah.
You see Steph Curry shoot a basketball, it's like, holy shit, that is so attractive. And you don't even like basketball, maybe, and you're just like, but that guy is the best thing I've ever seen. That's so cool. Yeah. It's the same thing. It's really cinematic, like you were talking about. And it reinforces my belief that he's going to get killed. But
for me, that's hockey. I don't watch sports, but I do love watching a live hockey game. Yeah, not on TV, but in real life. So because it is beautiful, just like the skating and the precision and the skill. Like,
yeah,
take me to the boy aquarium any day.
When it's done right, it's really mystifying. Mm-hmm. So we go from that point, and you've got the warriors and everybody like clearing the battle. Oh, by the way, this entire time Moore's like, I want to be swinging a sword so bad. Yeah.
She's like kind of relegated to babysitting Feyre.
Yeah, which makes sense. She's the appropriate person to be doing that. Because everyone else is, what do you call it?
Has a job.
No, everyone else could die before Feyre gets attacked. Disposable. I was going to say dispensable, and that doesn't make any sense. Disposable, except for like Cassian and Azriel. So like the four of them are indispensable.
For sure. There you go. You did it. You did it.
Thanks. And the 4 of them are indispensable. So she's the right person. Right. Unfortunately, until Feyre feels more comfortable. But then we get to the next point where the boys are out there doing stuff. The ladies are they're doing like first aid and garbage healing. And they're clearing the battlefield before they bring Elaine and Nesta to the forward camp where they are. Mm-hmm. Why couldn't Feyre be by herself? I never understood that. Because of winnowing.
I agree.
Because there's, I don't know, hundreds of creatures that can winnow in this universe. Like they just appear behind her and kill her. Like,
I mean, but she can take care of herself.
Like she literally has her back to Baron. You know, the king's not on the field. There's a lot happening that, like, absolutely not.
But also, she has the power of all 7 High Lords. Like,
no, but seriously, absolutely not. And plus, like, she didn't finish her training in combat. There's like a lot. I mean, I would be like, look.
I think it's because Risiku is a little overprotective. That's what I think. I think more is there because Reese is a little overprotective. And I'm fine with it.
I think it's more like
But it is a little. That's why.
I think it's a whole lot of reasons. I don't think that's the case. I think if she was like, "No, I want to be there," he'd be like, "Okay." What
He
I
did say. He did say, "I'd be happy to fight back to back with you in any battle. You just let me know."
no, I mean,
He did say that.
if Moore said I wanted to be out there, he'd be like, "Okay, I need you to take 10, at least 10, maybe 20 out. Like you need to be a 1 to 20 situation here."
I don't know. I think that Reese does what lets Feyre do what she wants to do. But I think Reese is still in these situations the High Lord and will basically pull rank. That's what I think.
Fair.
So I think it doesn't really matter what Moore wants to do because Reese told her to sit her ass on the sideline and take care of Feyre, whether or not she needed it.
Either way, I understand it, and
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but I empathize with the decision.
Sure.
The
Sure.
But no, we get Nesta shows up at the battlefield, and she finally kind of sees the error of her mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's, I mean, closed-minded is an understatement from the beginning of this entire story to now.
Yeah, and we have like kind of a cute for the first time, like kind of sweet moment where she's not just like a heinous, hardened word that some people don't like. That
Right.
starts with a C next Tuesday.
Correct.
So she actually has like a nice little soft moment and she's like helping him wrap his wrist and, take care of him, and she can't heal him or anything like that, but she's at least like paying attention to him.
Genuinely thought she was about to like heal him with her hands, like some sort of witch or demon.
Yeah, she doesn't have that power. So
But
she's
then,
just
like,
wrapping his little
he says
screen.
something kind of cute, and then she's about to say something. She opens her mouth, and then Moore's like, "Hey, are you injured?" And he's like, "Ha, buddy, I am." Like he just like walks off and does something stupid.
Yeah, it says, all right, so because I highlighted it because it was weird. So it says Nesta opened. Oh, it's so sweet. So Cassian brushed a thumb down the back of her hand. Nesta opened her mouth at last, and I braced myself for because like Fair is just over watching this whole thing, basically so that we can see what's happening. I'm like, thanks, Farah. Thanks for letting us know. But at the sound of Moore's voice, Cassian snatched his hand back and pivoted toward Moore with a lazy smile. Nothing for you to cry over. Don't worry. So it's like, it's a sweet moment. And then Moore's there and he's like, oh shit. Hey, Moore. Hi. I was not holding her hand. It's fine.
Yeah, I find that to be awkward and weird. I don't understand that situation at all whatsoever. Like they're adults. Stop being weird.
And like not even they're adults. Like they're old. They're like 500 years old. Okay. They can,
or more, but yeah.
Right. But like, stop. At what point can you grow up a little bit? I don't know.
I love how they described Cassian before this happens, in that like he moved like one of their Greek heroes, one of their god tier characters in their lore. That was just cool. That was a cool moment.
It was really nice.
And then
Reese and Farah have a little moment, and while the first one in the tent, while they were surrounded by people dying, in the first one, that one bothered me because that one was more like, we're just doing it because we're horny. And so that one I was not a fan of. I'm like, consider your surroundings. But like this was like, they did it because they needed to be reassured that they were both still alive. And so I understand. This one is acceptable to me.
Okay.
This one I'm totally fine with. And this is why my husband all the time is like, you are a walking contradiction. I'm like, yes, I am. Because everything is situational. And so for this situation, I understand it. I think it is a very human, even though they're not human, I think it's a very human thing to need to reconnect and do. And it's not about the pleasure. It's about making sure that they are able to reassure each other that they're both still there in the moment. So I thought it was really sweet, actually.
I thought it was awesome. Like you were saying, I've got really no opinion regarding the other time compared to this one. They just so happen to be in a Illyrian battle tent.
Mhm.
The I thought it was cool that he was like, "Yeah, I can never go to sleep after battle.
Yeah.
I kind of need to burn off some steam. Are you down?" And he just starts doing stuff, which I thought was awesome. She was like, "Yeah, we got right to it." There was not a lot of heavy petting. We went
No.
straight to banging.
Because again, it was not for
Yeah, it
it
was
was
for a
not
lot of reasons, but it wasn't
it's
for
for
that.
yes, but it was very utilitarian. There it served a purpose. So I
And
understand it.
it also it got them both out of their head,
Yeah,
which is actually
which
probably the most important part.
is what you
Because
need. Yeah.
we got this really cute scene afterward where there's pillow
Right.
talk, and I gotta tell you, my least favorite part about being single is not having pillow talk. Boy, that's my
Mm.
favorite part about being with someone. Like actually. But you get this pillow talk and she's confronting him with her vulnerability,
Mhm.
just the same as he confronted her with his vulnerability earlier
Mhm.
about going into battle. It's a similar kind of vibe. She's
Mhm.
like, "Look, when when it's when it's urban warfare, I'm down. But when we're battling on a field and there's swords and mud and blood and rain,
No, I
no,
mean,
I'm
like, for
kidding. I'm
her,
kidding.
it's
I'm
about,
kidding. It
like
was a joke.
yeah,
It was a
I
joke.
know, I know, I
It
know,
was a joke."
but it's like, she makes a point to say, when there's a purpose, like, when I don't mind to, like, kill people if it's because I'm protecting somebody.
Right.
She's like she's there for the underdog, like, she's the mama bear, she's the protector, right? So, she's like, "I am there to help, and save and fight for the people that can't fight for themselves." But in this, with it battle, and it's literally just like, we all just stand up, 2 lines and then try to kill each other. Like, it's pointless. And
So
war is pointless, so
I exactly. I want to say this. I have always been of the belief, and we've talked about this a handful of times off
Mhm,
camera, maybe a handful of times on camera.
mhm.
Women do not need to be masculine to be seen as main characters. That
Yeah.
does not need to happen. As much as I like Alien and Terminator 2 and all of these like 80s and 90s female action stars, they're strong female action stars. No, they're masculine female action stars that are also strong.
Mhm,
Right? I'm okay. I appreciate a female protagonist and kind of love that female protagonist who is strong in their own way that's not masculine.
mhm.
I don't know a better way to say that.
Yeah.
But so many people I have conversations with fail at understanding that capacity. They
Mhm,
do not get it, and it is reinforced in this. Once again, we talk about it. Woman writing a book about women for women.
mhm,
It's reinforced, and it's like, oh, I'm so happy that this is a genre that I am into now for this reason alone. It's really cool because we don't need Feyre to be Cassian.
mm-mm,
I love the Wonder Woman trope, but she doesn't need to be a warrior princess for me.
mhm,
She could
mhm.
just be a warrior. She could just be a princess. She could be anything she wanted to be, but be strong in your conviction and great, fantastic.
Yeah.
Or be flawed and move forward. Either way, that's also strong in your beliefs. So regardless,
Yeah, and you
I
literally just described sorry, all of that, literally all of those different ones, you just did, like, 3 different tropes of, like, women, and literally all of them are Aelin, Ash River, Galathinius, and Throne of Glass. So, like, I think you should read Throne of Glass at some point. I really think you would like it.
I'm reading 3 books right now, 3 separate books that are all way different. Um, But this, listen, it goes. This really speaks to that. To me, what I just said speaks to this moment where they're talking, and the way that he's on his knees, she's on her knees on whatever cot bed they've developed. His
Right.
wings are out. He's looking up at her. She's or she's looking up at him. Anyway, it's a very like, it's not necessarily face to face, right? But
Right.
it is face to face in it essentially, and I kind of
Right.
just love it. So
Right.
anyway, um,
Yeah.
the way they
Liz
approach
says,
it is good.
"Welcome to romantasy, Luke." That's
I
what
like,
this is.
I enjoy romantasy. It's exhausting, but I like it.
What do you mean it's exhausting?
Like I watched what's that the witches show, the one where what's her face, the witch falls in love with the vampire.
Buffy?
I guess Buffy is technically a romantasy, but no, the one that was on like the Sci-Fi Network or Hulu or something very recently, where like it's
Oh, Discovery of Witches. Yeah.
yeah. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I kind of like this. I'm waiting for the combat to happen, and I forgot that there was combat in the show and just enjoyed the romantic part of it.
Yeah.
So,
Over here, like, it's like, what is it? The witch falls in love with the vampire? And I was like, Buffy? Sorry, she's only a millennial girl. Sorry.
Liz, Liz, if you want to stay after this, I have 2 questions for you, by the way, because I actually want to address the audience here. But we do want to get to, and it has to do with Lord of the Rings. I'm not gonna lie to you. We do want to get to.
Oh, great. She'll stay now.
It's a quick question. I really just want to know. It's a personal one. We get to Tarquin's army doesn't blend with them. This Tarquin is quickly becoming one of my favorite characters in the story.
Mhm.
I don't need to know more about him.
Mm-mm.
Like I just, if he were to suddenly get married, I'd be like, oh, cool, plot convenient. That's really cool. Buffy is solid Gen X. Yeah, it's like Charmed.
I'm an elder millennial, so, and also I was watching it in syndication.
I'm older than you.
But you're not older than Liz.
I didn't say it.
You're my age.
I didn't say it. You're younger than me though. So they don't know where the rest of Hybern's army is, but they expect to know where Hybern's army is. And she's like, I have this godlike creature in my back pocket, essentially a nuke.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, essentially a nuke.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I need to figure out where to unleash it. They spend the next few days and they're camped up. They're trying to kind of figure it out. They got to start going through maneuvers because people start getting bored. I mean, we're talking about essentially,
Mm-hmm.
Saiyan warriors, people who battle for funsies. And so they're trying to kind of figure it out. They kind of start setting up the camp, and then they hear that army is moving north. And if you look at the map, the way I kind of visioned it, and I could be wrong, but they're moving here on the eastern front. Like they moved in past the river, and then eastern front toward the winter court, like between summer and autumn into the winter court. Where like both dawn, day, and winter ought to be to flank them, but they don't know that if they're there or not, and they're like, oh, we got to go help them. How are we going to do this? We can't give up our position in protecting the humans.
And our boy Varian steps up.
Who? He's pretty smart. He might need a pay raise. He's like, how about we do this? How about we run a full-on hoodwink? Okay?
He's like, why choose? Let's do both.
Why don't we do a peekaboo? Why don't we do a now you see me, now you don't? And he was like, just make it look like we're here still, and then make us disappear, and then we'll just appear behind them and we'll slaughter them. And Reese is like, that's so crazy, it might work. And
yeah, kind of.
Yeah, and so then everyone who's and if my mate will help me, we'll do it. And so they do it. And I mean, it was.
I don't know what that voice is, but I love it.
It was so goofy. This moment was kind of goofy.
I like it. He's like, oh hey, if you ever get tired of hanging out in the summer court, you can always have a job at the night court.
Buddy's gonna have a union of other court fae just rolling.
Hey, listen, the night court is just a court of misfits. It's the kingdom of misfit toys. Okay,
it is Asheville, North Carolina. It's where people go who don't want to grow up. I'm not wrong here.
We call that the Court of Dreams.
The Court of Dreams.
The Court of Dreams.
Oh man, I've got so many drug references I almost
Listen,
made.
all I'm saying is there are far less Trustafarians in Valaris, okay?
We don't. They have a place called like the Rainbow.
Yeah.
Let's move on. I'm not going to bash Asheville. Asheville likes me. Shout out
Not
Asheville.
Anymore.
They like me.
Not
They might not like you, but they like me.
No, I'm not bashing them. So you're the one. You've just been marked off the list. They're like, no more Luke.
Listen, everyone knows that when I throw that shade, it comes from a place of love.
Sure.
I throw shade at you. It's all love. You know that.
No, it's just our brother and sisterly like shtick we have. It's the good cop, bad cop shtick we have.
Liz, and whomever else is watching, we did this 9 to 5 show called 9 to 5. And
was that what it was called?
I had the opportunity, along with for the director Jerry Crouch, play other very notable villain types. I got to play another very notable villain type in 9 to 5, and I had this deep dark mustache and deep dark black hair, and my hair is not dark. It is not black. It is just I probably should get a haircut. But the mustache, the caterpillar that lived on my face, Emily shaved off immediately. I was like, oh, okay, we're done. We did our final bows or whatever. She's like, get a razor. It was hilarious.
It was nice. It was like the first time I'd ever shaved anyone with a straight razor, and also you trusted me to do that. So,
I mean, I can't model anymore, but yeah. Anyway, they decide to do that little hoodwink maneuver. They're flying up. I hate this. This is something else. So I don't like, and they did this in Star Wars, and they did this other shit too. I don't like when like the strong characters are like, I have to use up all my mana for us to do this one maneuver. Then don't do the fucking maneuver. Anyway, that's just, Ree shows up and he's like, I'm out of juice. It's like, nah, dude, you are a walking weapon.
Is Tarquin. And so is Feyre. They just like drain all three of them.
Like, why? Like, plan better. Listen, in the moment they had to do what they had to do. I get it, but don't put yourself in a position to be like out of mana. Like, you know what you could do? Here's awesome. Develop a potion, like a magic potion out of your magic cauldron to just, mana.
They don't have a cauldron.
Keep doing that. But they have magic. Like, they could just make some bullshit up like they did against the secret cocaine anti-magic power that they used.
Yeah, but that took like time, and they had to figure it out. They had to do like,
these people have been using magic for hundreds of years. You not think they just create a potion that's like a mana potion? They just get their mana back?
Literally Feysand's like mechanical scientist girl, the woman representing STEM, had to go and figure out the antidote to Feybane.
She strutted so hard. She strutted.
She deserved it because she worked really hard. She's been like locked in a lab,
shoulders back, just fucking hitting it.
Mechanical hand and everything.
She reminded me, and I know we talked about Asian, but her energy reminded me of the actress who plays the assistant from the Lawyer Show on USA and now Netflix. The redhead.
The Lawyer Show? Are you talking about Lincoln Lawyer? Are you talking about Suits? Are you talking about
Suits? Yeah, the redhead from Suits.
Okay, got it.
That energy, that just like, actually, she's got more energy. That chick's got more energy. My bad. But yeah. So they show up to the battle. They do the little hoodwink. They start fighting. Oh my God. All of our powerful people are out of mana. This kind of sucks. This is getting worse. Everyone starts panicking. The one flank starts dying down. That is all of the ground troops who are stormtroopers from the bad place. Moore's like, pick your shit up. And Cassian's like, pick your shit up. And they're like, okay, but they don't do it. And then the line finally collapses, and Cassian does that dog maneuver. It goes over there. He starts getting surrounded.
Here we go. Cassian's bellowing was audible even from the hilltop. Then he was soaring, dodging arrows and spears, his siphon so dim they barely guarded him against it. I could have sworn Rhys roared some order to him that Cassian disregarded as he landed in the middle of those enemy forces sundering our lines, and unleashed himself. Nesta inhaled a sharp, high gasp. More and more, Hybern spread us farther and farther apart. reform the lines, reform the lines. Cassian was trying. Azrael had lunged into the fray, nothing more than shadows edged in blue light, battling his way toward where Cassian fought. So I'm like, this is not good. Like,
No.
it's not good.
No.
Mother above, can we even fix this? And
Mother
red
Above
flared in
is
the heart.
hilarious. I love Mother Above. That's awesome.
Right. This was not all they had to offer, and yet we were being pushed back. So like Rhys is fighting by sword, Tarquin is fighting by sword, Azrael's trying to get to Cassian. Cassian's fighting like 18 people by himself. And then red flared in the heart of that battle like an exploding ember. A circle of soldiers died, but more of Hybern's soldiers pushed around Cassian. Even Azrael could not get to his side. So, like, it's bad news bears. So, Feyre's like, we need to know the location of Hybern's true army so we can figure out what to do. We need to know. So, I'm going to phone a friend and call up the Wikipedia of Prythian. It's time to go see the Suriel.
I need to go ask the author how we're going to finish this book. So
I almost put something like that in my recap, and I was like, I'm not going to lean into it.
Why? It's
because
it is the author. She's gonna go be like, ooh, I need help from the author. And then she's just gonna like winnow to some random forest where she's gonna set a trap, have a conversation with the author after getting information from it without using any of without having to make a bargain, and then bolt. I'm sure Moore's gonna be pissed off about it because Moore's freaking out, and that's I don't know,
Yeah. So that last sentence of the Suriel is the end of this set of chapters. So it is time. It is time for prognostications with Lucas. Let's go.
Prognostications with Lucas. Welcome to Prognostications with Lucas. I am your host, Lucas. To be frank with you, I hate Lucas. Please don't call me that. I really hate it.
I know, that's why I say it.
Moore's gonna be pissed off about what's about to happen. She is not. She's gonna be livid. One, because she's leaving a battlefield. Two, because she has to now take care of Nesta. And Moore hates Nesta. Like Moore, like as much as like.
Who doesn't? Let's take a poll. If you don't hate Nesta, raise your hand. Nobody raises their hand.
I don't hate Nesta. I would not talk to her, but I wouldn't. She wouldn't be in like my zeitgeist. Like we would go to the same places, but we wouldn't have conversations. Like we both have friends that we spend time with. That like if they weren't friends with others of our friends, we would never see them.
Right.
Yeah. I might be that friend for other people, and I don't care. But I don't care. But no, she's gonna be pissed. I imagine. We haven't gotten in a while. Actually, have we got? We've got named creatures. We haven't gotten like creatures in a while.
No, we haven't gotten creatures, but we've gotten monsters this time.
Like the reason I say that is because like the first time we meet the Suriel, we have the Naga, and then the second time was in the second book. God, I can't remember. But I feel like I'm like
the second time was like after the warriors. That's when we saw the Suriel, and she told us that they were mates.
Yeah, but just before that was when they she killed the Highborn soldiers, right? Yeah. Okay, then never mind. But like I was thinking about that first time, and I was like, there are less than high fae here in this universe, and we're in the wilderness.
Well, and I think like a lot of them, I guess. Here's the rationale behind that. Like we needed people to fight in book 1, and all of the people that we needed to talk about were trapped under the mountain. So there were more like creatures and things about because entire like courts were trapped with Amarantha. And held hostage. So now the people have been released. to go back. And just like with, other animals and creatures, when people are around, they don't show up as much.
I just want to see if there are other creatures if there's other creatures in this universe. And then we're not to the ultimate battle because there's another 150 pages left. So
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get a death here. They're gonna get saved by somebody. I don't think it's gonna be Baron. I think Baron is a final chapter save. I don't think it's Tamlin. I think Tamlin's a final chapter save. I think they're gonna get saved by the other courts, and miraculously they'll win. If I were Hybern, I would attack Valeris right now.
I mean, there's nobody there.
There's one person there, but yeah. I would attack Valeris, or I would attack Ariada.
Adriata.
Well, no, the fleet's in Adriata. He even says we're going to leave our fleet at Adriata, so maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's vulnerability somewhere that I'm just not thinking about. Now the walls down, they could just attack the humans directly.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like there's primer pickings.
Yeah, tell us you just looked.
He hates those humans. I mean, hates them.
Yeah, I don't understand why, but
I don't either. But it's like plot, so he hates them.
And
he's taught all of his people to hate them too. So we're going 57 through 63. So in ye old paperbacks, you will stop on page 561. So we're going 524 to 561.
Let me ask you this. How many more sections are there?
1, 2, 3, 4.
So this is the final 4. Oh, Hank's here. Hank, what's up, dude?
Hi, Hank.
Hank will be here tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah, we're doing the final 4. So 1, 2, 1.
It's the final 4, so we'll call it March Madness.
Oh, and it's March. Do you know what? It's fun though. Like on another podcast where they talk about all of the series of hers, they call it Maas vs. Madness.
Maas vs. Madness, sponsored by Seltzer Water.
Sponsored by the Smut Oracle.
Sponsored by the Smut Oracle and weird little small cups that for some reason girls have.
Oh my gosh, look at it.
That's pretty dope.
Liz bought this for me. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you, Liz. Okay, so we're going to be reading those chapters. If you like this content, please
like and subscribe.
And we're going to be talking about other things. Welcome to the actual kitchen couch. Liz, I told this hilarious story yesterday about...
Also, your mom's welcome because we just clocked in at 103.
So, Jenny, we talked about you.
We kept it to an hour. You're welcome.
We talked about you, Jenny, obviously. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this. So I told this hilarious story, Liz, yesterday about me. It was a dark tale.
I forgot about it until just now.
And I want to put it on the internet so bad. I thought you might, actually. I was kind of waiting to see if you would do it.
No, I'm not. That is not my content. Just so you know, I will not be putting that up.
I'll put it on the internet tomorrow, so we can put it. It'll be on the kitchen couch, and I'll poke you in it. But essentially, long story short, Liz, I was in a church bathroom, and someone who didn't know I was in a church bathroom while I was on the commode turned the light off and left.
And
2 minutes,
was like,
2 minutes before the service started, I was like, "Help!
Help,
please help!"
But here's the thing I didn't understand, because you mentioned you were on your phone. You had your phone in your hand. Why didn't you just use the flashlight on your phone?
I did. I ended up beginning to do so. I just thought it was something. I was like, it was one of those moments where I was like, I've got 2 minutes left to clean
only
this
got
shit
2 minutes to say it.
It was hilarious, dude. I couldn't help but laugh. It's one of those moments where you're like,
Oh.
oh right, real life is still real life. I forgot.
Mhm.
I forgot.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those items. Like one time I was having a bad day. We talked about this the other day, I think. I was having a bad day, and I I was just bitching and bitching and bitching and bitching. Called people on the phone, bitching, and then I was like, "This sucks. My life sucks." And then the power went out, and I was like, "Oh right, it could be worse." And I was like, whatever that entered the force or whatever that is the energy above us, just decided I needed to know better. I needed a quick lesson. All right. Anyway, Liz, here's my question. It's Lord of the Rings question. Emily and I are talking yesterday about the first movie and how Liv Tyler in the river scene and well, just the whole scene where Frodo is being taken to Rivendell. And that's Glorfindel, who's supposed to be that character, not whatever Liv Tyler's character's name is. And as a matter of fact, Liv Tyler's much less in the books apparently than she is in the movie. That Eowyn is Glorfindel being removed from that book and removed from those movies worth it? Now I know we've got a few extra moments before like it gets up to her, and we'll let her kind of type that out. But I feel like Eowyn not being in the story, is a better choice than it just being Arwen.
Also,
Thank you. I feel like it's a better choice than Glorfindel. But we also talked about like, oh, Glorfindel is kind of the main character of the story of Lord of the Rings. So
also, Liz, if you don't want to type it out, and I will say she was homesick today. So if you don't want to type it out, you can call me and you can join. You don't have to be on video, but you can call me on the telephone and then you can talk to us in real life if you want. No pressure.
Yeah.
You can also just type it out. But I will give you that option in the event that waiting for responses becomes annoying.
Oh boy, I don't think I can do this in a short version. Okay. That's what Emily was kind of hinting at. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Because I like that Arwen is in the show and she uses magic and she's a character. Like it makes sense to me, like visually and from a storytelling point of view, and it gives another female character some room. It also makes the journey to Winterfell, Jesus, to wherever.
I was like, that's not.
it just like because if
Rivendell.
Because I think Rivendell. Because like Glorfindel doesn't even show up by himself, right? He shows up with a couple of other dudes, right? And they all go their separate way. Then I can't watch anymore. Yeah, she's like, if I call you, I can't watch anymore.
Oh, but I mean, do you need to see our faces?
Yeah, I'll just talk shit through the phone.
That's hilarious.
Anyways, I just been thinking about this a long time because I like when I see movies or books turn into movies, I'm like, oh, who else auditioned for that role that we don't know about, right? Because
that's always my favorites. That's always my favorite.
Like Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal are the same age,
so
they probably more than likely were in the same audition rooms, many audition rooms. It's in like Leonardo DiCaprio and Ben Affleck's best friend. Oh, we got a call. Okay, we got it. We have
hello and welcome to the kitchen couch.
We have a listener on the line.
Kitchen couch.
Okay, we have a listener on the line. Go ahead, Liz.
Oh, hold on. I gotta actually take the volume out of my thing and on the computer so she can hear you talk.
Okay.
All right. Can you hear Luke and me?
Luke has to talk so I can hear him.
Okay. There's zero chance she saw that. Okay. So, Liz, all right, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Welcome to March Madness.
Let's do it.
Okay, so Arwen.
How about you restate the question?
So Arwen is this character rather than Glorfindel who is essentially the main character of all of Middle Earth. Because he's in every single story, and he's either the side piece or the main character in like every story in Middle Earth. It's replaced by Liv Tyler's character, who gets a cool superpower. I think it's awesome. What are your thoughts about that change from the book to the movie?
Well, so here's what I couldn't answer in such a short time. They're telling two different stories, right? We've got two different methods of telling a story, and so we've got a story from Tolkien. He's telling one thing for a specific purpose, and Peter Jackson is telling another story for a specific purpose. So I love them both, but for different reasons, right? Glorfindel's important to the story as Tolkien wrote it, and he has to introduce him at that moment, or we don't get him later in important ways, right? And Arwen is really kind of, her romance with Aragorn is not the main point of Tolkien's version, right? But in Peter Jackson's version, the romance is important to his telling of the story. And so he has to introduce her at that point in the story so that we can see more of their romance throughout the rest of the series. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I guess if the question is which one do I like better, I can't answer that question. But they're both there for different purposes.
So that's a fair point. I have not read the book. I understand what you're saying here. But
so Peter Jackson just took liberties, to tell the story that he wanted to tell. It's still faithful to the book and to the canon, but he had to do that in order to tell his story.
Emily's husband is asking, "Are we taking calls now?" And the answer is yes.
Caller, you're on.
You're on March Madness. Anyway, I think that's anyway. No, I think that a lot. Like for me, I think like Rent the movie is just as good or better than the stage play. Newsies the movie is better than the stage play, and Newsies the movie came out 20 years beforehand. I will forever say that. And I think the third Harry Potter movie is way better than the book, and that's my favorite book in the series. But I don't think any other movies match up to the books like the third one does. And Alfonso Cuarón is an unbelievable director and an Oscar winner, and he's the only one.
Yeah.
Long time listener, first time caller. My name is Luke.
That I have to say about all of that, and this shows growth and maturity on my part over the years, is that I can actually look at the medium in a different way. Like, I'm a bookseller, so I always think you should read the book first. However, I can appreciate an adaptation of a book for what it is in the media that it is. That it's presented in, because they have to do something different. And I like to see the creativity and the art that they put into that. Mm-hmm. So I've been able to kind of have loose hands when it comes to a story that I love when they make it into a movie or a play or whatever. And I think a lot of readers really struggle with that, but I have been able to let that go.
Yeah.
Let me
had a long, lovely conversation last night about the Wuthering Heights movie.
We did.
With that very
perfect
same thing.
example. Yeah.
We did. I have been in the stage play, and I've seen the movie, and I've read the book of The Great Gatsby. F. Scott Fitzgerald happens to be one of my favorite writers, not necessarily for his writing, but more for like the time and place. We're talking 100 years ago. Something like the concept of socialism was novel and cool. Like they were like our Kardashians at the time, and so it's kind of difficult to explain to a 14-year-old or an 18-year-old who's reading that now, to tell them, hey, like 100 years ago, booze was the thing, the difference between old money and new money at the time, and how it links to maybe like the Titanic and the Vanderbilts and all of that kind of thing. Like, it's kind of awesome. And I'll tell you, as someone who like has now participated in one medium, read the other, and seen the other, the last one, I have a favorite, but it doesn't really matter because I think all three accomplish what their intention is. I guess my least favorite is actually, my least favorite is the stage play, to be honest with you. And I had the opportunity to play the villain again.
Shocking.
I think we're seeing a pattern.
Yeah, well, when you
I will say though, just because I know she's your girly, Florence Welch wrote a Gatsby musical that they did an out of town tryout that my friend Nick was in Boston, and it was so good. I'm so offended that I can't listen to those songs again because the music for that show was just like, oh, I thought about it for at least a month.
Lost Emily for a hot second. Oh, there you go. I'll say, not a lot of character arc, character tropes and everything kind of carry on. I mean, you do get like the you get a bunch of the obvious ones, like the Luke Skywalkers of the world, the hero's journey, all that kind of stuff. But the what's her name from The Great Gatsby, the main blonde chick, Sally,
Daisy Buchanan.
Daisy
Buchanan.
Daisy and Elaine are the same. Daisy and Elaine from this book are the same character.
I mean, I can see some similarities.
Where is there not similarities?
I think that Daisy Buchanan is actually the villain of The Great Gatsby.
Boy, that's I disagree, but
okay. Well, Liz agrees with me.
I think the villain is the social political time of the era. But what I will say is
you're back now. You have to repeat what you just said because we didn't hear you on our side.
Oh, I think the villain of that is the social political commentary of the era. It's the era that's the problem, not the people. But
duh.
Yeah, there are multiple villains, but as far as in my canon is like one of the most unlikable characters in literature.
Who's the villain in Titanic?
The door.
It's Rose, and it's not even close. It's Rose. It's not that close.
It's the door.
It's Rose. And then it's my same take for Forrest Gump.
Jenny. I mean, Jenny is the villain of Forrest Gump.
Jenny is the villain of Forrest Gump. There's no doubt about it. Like, she is the worst.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's all we got. That's all I had. I kind of love Lord of the Rings, and I probably need to do a rewatch soon. Yeah, so I've not seen them. I never watched the regular versions. It's always the extended cut because why not? Two Towers is your favorite book and or movie, right, Liz?
It's my favorite book.
Okay. It's my favorite movie because it's the most like an anime. So it's the most like a manga. It's like the hero's journey in that is unbelievable. As a matter of fact, I don't even like the Frodo and Sam moments as much as I like the human moments in that movie. Like, I kind of just stopped paying attention when Frodo and Sam come on the screen. And I think
that's terrible.
I don't like, what did they accomplish? They go like 10 feet in the world. Like they move forward like a half a mile.
Okay. If my husband were able to call in, I know what he would want to say. And what he would want to say is that they're making a new open world Lord of the Rings video game. And in it, you can get on an eagle and fly directly to Mordor.
So stupid.
We agree, by the way. We agree. No, we were also, Liz, have you read Project Hail Mary? We were talking about that movie yesterday too.
Are you kidding me? I am anxiously awaiting the movie release. I loved that book. I've read it multiple times.
So on the kitchen couch, I did a chapter by chapter reaction. That was like my first book project.
Cool.
But I mentioned this to Emily yesterday. Have you seen the trailers?
Yes, but I'm mad about it.
Why? What are you so mad about there, Liz?
They reveal too much.
Ooh, hot take, because I disagree. Okay, so what do you think they revealed too much?
Mad. They should not have revealed the you know what. They shouldn't have.
You mean Rocky? I'm just gonna say it. You mean Rocky? Rocky's in the trailer. It's fine.
Try not to spoil it for your viewers. No, I absolutely think, because that was one of my favorite moments in the book. was when we get to meet Rocky, and everyone is going into this movie now thinking, oh yeah, I know there's an alien. They're not going to get that gut reaction that was so much fun when you read the book. I mean, you're kind of hoping that he's going to run into aliens, but when he actually does, you're like, oh, this is so freaking cool. And I just hate that people know that already going in.
I think there's two parts, and I mentioned this so spoiler to those who are watching. I mentioned this to Emily yesterday. The two parts that they're like intentionally dodging in the trailer, the two like big parts, there's the MacGuffin, which is the space algae. I'm not going to say what it is, but because the way it's described, the science behind it is kind of wild and awesome, and they just go about not mentioning it at all, and so it's pretty cool. In the trailer, they're like, because for me, when we did a trailer reaction for it, my brother was like, you know how hard it is to get into deep space. I was like, yeah, buddy, they explained it. That was his like hold up on the trailer, was like, do you know how they get into it? It's like, yeah, I know. And then
that's where we have to suspend disbelief and just go with it.
That's what I said. Thank you.
But no, I mean, like, it makes sense in the book. What I'm saying is like it was like, hey, we've got to show something, because either alien or the space algae or the other thing, which is and I told Emily this yesterday, I don't like flashbacks in storytelling at all. Like, there's no flashbacks in Star Wars on purpose. Like, I don't like flashbacks, and they do it in this story in such a way that it supports the narrative. The flashbacks do,
right?
And I'm like, oh, I hope they do that in the movie. Anyway, yeah, I'm fucking.
That's the only way to tell the story.
It would be boring if it was linear.
Bits and pieces.
It would be boring if it was linear, and then the two, the bigger reveals make better sense. They are more exciting in this way.
So they put that first teaser trailer out, and all you get is a glimpse of Rocky's foot. And if you're not paying attention, you don't really notice. And he doesn't say anything. Nothing is mentioned about aliens. And even that, I was like, oh, that makes me angry. But hopefully no one will notice. And now in the trailer that I just saw the other day, he actually says, I met an alien. And that, I was livid.
I'm sorry. Listen, I think we're on the opposite side of a very, very sharp sword because we're excited about this. But I'm like, you got to show something. And I think Rocky shows up in like the 9th chapter of a 30 chapter book. I think he's like a prominent character for most of the books. So it's one of those, I'll tell you, and I'm not going to try to spoil this, but it is one of those books where the 3rd act or the 4th act, I'll say, it's not great. It's good. It's not great, but it is a 4-act structure, that book, which is awesome.
I guess. Yeah, I hadn't really, counted the acts, but I do agree that it's a little bit weak sauce at the leading up to the very end.
Yeah.
But I understand why he wrote the story that way.
I'm gonna try
no way to do it.
My final question to the caller, and thank you for calling in to March Madness with Luke and Emily. If the ending is the opposite of what it is in the book, I don't know how else to say that. I hope you understand what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
How will you immediately come away from it less excited, less pumped for what you just saw?
Well, just you saying that, my gut reaction was horror.
Okay.
That they would end it differently. Because that's part of what makes the story believable, if that makes sense. If they give us a happy ending instead of just a satisfying ending, then it takes away from the weight of the story and there's no stakes, right? So I don't love that idea if they decide to go that way. I guess it depends on how they do it. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and let them convince me that it was the better choice, but I don't see how that could happen.
My hope is that as long as it's satisfying, regardless of how it ends, it needs to be satisfying.
Yeah.
It could end in 3 or 4 different ways, and it'd be like, oh yeah, that's how this ends. And book lovers would have a very specific and oriented story, and then the movie lovers would have something different, and that would probably be okay as long as it's satisfying. But that's all I've got for you, Liz. I appreciate you calling into the show.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yes, Emily, got anything?
I love you. Thank you. You're the best.
I love you too. Bye.
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 Aw, I love her.
That was really cool. Thank you for doing that. Both of you.
Evan's gonna be so aggravated.
What?
He's gonna be like, yet again, your friends get something before I get. Not that he would even be interested in like calling into our show.
No.
But.
Oh, Evan's all about headshots right now. Evan, just headshots. Headshots only today. If you know, you know. Is he rating arcs? Evan, are you arc rating? Are you even here?
I don't think he's here right now. I think he is playing Call of Duty. No, wait, he's not playing Call of Duty right now. What's the other one? Battlefield. He's playing Battlefield.
No, he's arc rater. He's playing arc raiders stuff. Yeah, arc raiders is fun. Do you know what arc raiders is about?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Is that Battlefield or not?
And I'm folding laundry. Yeah, you are. No, it is not Battlefield. Arc raiders.
My husband is there.
Yeah, he's commenting on. He's wait. Is he rock fan or is this your other husband?
Yeah, I don't have two husbands.
What am I supposed to say?
Need the one. I only need the one. He's good enough. He's perfect. I don't need anything.
I would say more than good enough. I would say exemplary.
I literally just said he's perfect.
He's exemplary.
He's perfect.
He's exemplary. Let me ask you, what's your favorite weapon on arc raiders? While we sit and wait,
how is there a whole new game that I don't know about that he's playing?
Arc raiders is pretty dope. I'll tell you, it's very arcadey. Boy, it is an arcade game, but it's really cool. And what I mean is like it's not it's just very arcadey. It's not, it's like more arcadey than Battlefield or than Call of Duty. It's a post-apocalyptic world where the rich and the virile have moved to space and AI machines have taken over the planet, so the rest of the humans have moved underground, and what they do is scavengers go above the ground to get supplies and weapons in order to overtake the AI called Arc. It's called Arc Raiders, and you go to different like places and you can kill each other while you're looting things.
Oh, okay. Actually, I think I recall him saying something about this to me.
Listen, so you know how we talked about like the swipe game, the dating swipe game that people play where they're just swiping left and right? Burnt Peanut's the man. Oh, there's a character, there's a real life person who plays this game called Burnt Peanut, and there's like an AI thing called Burnt Peanut, and he just talks shit while he's playing on these platforms, on TikTok and everything. It's awesome. He's hilarious. All they have is his mouth moving and it's his eyeballs, and it's a little animated Burnt Peanut. It's awesome. Oh, that's who he talks to you about is Burnt Peanut. Cool. What was I saying? Oh, so it's like, okay, so you know how like when you swipe right and swipe left or whatever on your phone. Ooh, need to clean my screen. Gross. It's like a casino. Like the whole goal of that app is to keep you going on that app. Arc Raiders is such that, oh, join my fan club. You just got a thing.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you, Lay.
But it had a bad day. What's I talking about? Oh yeah. So in the game, when you pick up things off the ground, it literally makes a noise. It goes, okay. When you kill people, it shoots a firework. It shoots a flare up, so other people see it. So, and then when you leave, like it's so easy to lose your life that when you finally make it out with the stuff you've looted, it feels like you've won, like you've played blackjack and won. So, like they have conquered the gambling spirit that is this game. And if you get killed, people can steal your stuff that you picked up, which is not a normal thing.
It's not? Is it not normal? I feel like that's how it is on like GTA and places, no?
No. Like you have your own cache of loot that you take back to the home base with you and that you can use or whatever. But if you take your loot into the thing and then someone kills you, say you were playing against me and you were like, oh, I'm tired of you, hit the ground, and the flare goes up and you lose everything you took in with you or everything you found. So it is like playing blackjack. It's like gambling. this game is so thoughtful in that way. Like I'm like, oh
Interesting.
my god, this is just being in a casino. It's hilarious. It's like hitting a jackpot when you make it out with a bunch of loot.
Yeah, I haven't played anything like this because mostly because first person shooter games make me very nervous. It gives me anxiety. So I only play games that have a story mode. Like I love me some Tomb Raider on story mode because it automatically aims at whatever you need to shoot. So you still have to do all the things, but you have major assist. And you get to solve all the puzzles, which is my favorite part. So love that. Love Hogwarts Legacy. Played all of that. Also like did every side quest. I've done every thing on that game. And I'm excited because they're going to do a second one that's like open world and you can play with friends.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But you could play with friends before?
No, you do it on your own for Hogwarts Legacy.
That's not fun.
Yes.
I thought it was like World of Warcraft. That's wild. No,
but I will say, Evan bought a game for me. He bought me Baldur's Gate 4, I think.
3.
3. And he did it because like the book girlies were talking about a very sexy shadow daddy in that game. And so I was like, oh, I'll play that game then. And so I was like, hey babe, can you download that for me? And he did, like I think like a year ago, and I haven't even played it yet. So
William,
prioritize that.
William, my older brother for those, William has said we should get Baldur's Gate 3 and stream it, us playing live, because there's so many fantasy fans in our little realm, in the kitchen couch realm. And I was like,
who does he mean?
He and I, William. He and I.
Not me.
Oh, you can play if you want. I didn't know that you get. All I knew is you play Final Fantasy VIII, which is the best Final Fantasy game. All I knew is that you played Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah, and Castlevania and all the things, and that's mainly because I'm not great when you have to move the head and the feet separately.
I'm with you. Uncharted. You'd love that game. You'd love that game.
Okay.
Uncharted.
Hey, babe, can you get me Uncharted? Are you still there? Can you get me? Oh, yeah. Oh, Fable. He wants us to talk about Fable. Have you seen Fable?
I've played Fable, yeah.
Okay. He has shown me the trailer for that multiple times. Like it looks really funny and good.
Fable is a lot like this kind of fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Very similar. Very similar. Okay. We've been at it for an hour and a half. I gotta go. So thank you for sticking around to the kitchen couch. I'm talking about you, Evan. And thank you for folding the laundry. That's really sweet of you.
Thank you for folding the laundry. See, I told you he is the best man. I married the best man.
The best man. There's a phenomenal picture of me with a broken leg tying this man's tie at a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Floating around somewhere. It's on Facebook probably. Regardless, we're taking calls. So call this number.
Don't go in mine.
The number is 123 456 78910.
I did have to get a Smut Oracle phone number, so I could give them the Smut Oracle phone number if we decided to take calls at some point. So
yeah, well, we'd have to screen them. We'd have to screen them. I do kind of want to add a personality to the kitchen couch. My person,
not Jessica.
No, Jessica. She doesn't get to fuck you. She doesn't get to be on camera.
Oh my god,
dude, she's such a bitch.
Don't talk about her like that.
No, dude, she got me fat-free ranch for lunch today. I was like, who do you think you're talking? I got veins popping out of my arm. I'm okay with regular ranch. Anyway, Jesus, Jessica sucks so bad, dude. She sucks.
She is your invisible assistant. You could just hire a different one.
She's sitting right there. I'm
sorry.
She's
all right.
Look, she's cool. So she's cool, but she was a nepotism hire. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a friend of a friend made me hire her. Anyway, what I was gonna say? Shit.
I think that was it. I think it was like you got stuff to do, and that's fine.
Wednesday or Thursday.
You'd like to add a personality to the couch.
Oh yes, personality to the couch. The personality we're gonna add to the couch at some point is the Lockheed Martin alien. So Hank and I found the Lockheed Martin alien. He's in an office building here in DC. He's okay. He's in the basement.
Okay.
He's going to be a producer for the Kitchen Couch, the Lockheed Martin alien. He agreed. He's kind of an awesome dude. He wears a suit every day, but he's still like aliened up. So we figure out how to get the Lockheed Martin in on the show. Do you know what I'm talking? You know what I'm talking about, right? That's a hilarious face that's on the screen right there. Do you know what I'm talking about? The Lockheed Martin alien?
No, I do not.
Yeah, the alien that Lockheed Martin has. Like the government just said, hey, yeah, we have aliens. It's like, yeah, who else is gonna have it? Lockheed Martin, obviously. So we went and found him. We went to the Lockheed Martin office and found the Lockheed Martin alien.
Okay.
And so we're gonna put the Lockheed Martin alien.
He's gonna be a recurring character on the Kitchen Couch.
I hope so. He doesn't speak English, obviously. So we're gonna have to figure that out. We might have him hold up signs that's like, I don't know. Gotta figure it out. But yeah, the Lockheed Martin alien. He's kind of funny.
If he doesn't speak English, do you think he'll be able to write English?
Yeah.
Hold up the signs?
Yes. So he uses his kinetic energy to capture a pin in space and then make the symbols on a sheet of paper.
Oh, that sounds like some like high-tech Ouija board stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. He said.
Remember to always say goodbye at the end of your sessions.
He said that he created the idea of Ouija boards way back, which I thought was awesome.
Cool.
I was like, wait, so that was you? He's like, yeah. I stumbled on some kids. They were on mushrooms. I just thought I'd freak them out, and then they created Ouija boards like in the 30s.
Cool.
I was like, dude, that's awesome. Lockheed Martin alien. He doesn't have a name.
You should probably give him a name.
No, it's gonna be like vulgar if I give him a name.
So they're gonna be like E.T.
No.
Evan said Steve.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll let Jessica name him. I mean, she's good about that kind of stuff. Anyways,
why'd you call him Larry?
Larry, the Lockheed Martin alien. I don't hate that.
That's alliteration. I knew you'd like it.
Jessica, what do you think? Yeah, you like that too, huh? Fuck, I hate agreeing with Jessica. All right.
Okay.
All right. We might have to go Larry, the Lockheed Martin alien.
I love this bit and I love you, but it's time for bed now.
All right. Good night.
Now that my husband has finished folding all the laundry, I can go inside the house.
Nice work. Later, taters.
Peace.